who keeps his place, is still holding off Ben Chilwell. Enzo's throw caught Jorginho by surprise. Salah's tried to slip one in quickly to Sadio Mane. Harvey Elliott to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And here's Salah, the former Chelsea man, finding Fabinho. Salah was the player that Chelsea let go and haven't managed to get back, unlike Romelu Lukaku. There's John Matip. 18-year-old Harvey Elliott. What a big occasion this is for him. Lovely initial touch from Salah. And Elliott joining in again to try and deliver with a cross. And it's met by Reece James, only to Fabinho. The first touch is too wide of Andy Robertson, but a promising start by Liverpool.
Well, Jamie Redknapp mentioned Salah versus Alonso. They joined him on that side. Rudiger is going to need to get across really close to his left wing back.
It's too short of 100 Premier League goals now, Mo Salah, the first two of which were scored for Chelsea. Azpilicueta knocked out of his stride. Cesar Azpilicueta, the Chelsea captain. Big day for him. Not only is it his 32nd birthday, he is reaching his 300th appearance in the Premier League, and what a servant he's been. There's Conte. Van Dijk stepping in on Havertz. Van Dijk will face the challenge of Lukaku, but it won't be solely down to him, even though he's shadowing him at the moment. Will rely on Fabinho to cut out service to Lukaku. In steps Andreas Christensen. That's Azpilicueta. Cleared by Van Dijk, who will be all too aware of how easily Lukaku brushed Pablo Mari aside last weekend. And he'll be determined there's no repeat of that.
Yeah, and he's pushing that back four up the pitch. They're not going to drop off like Arsenal's backline did last weekend towards the edge of the box.
Broken off Havertz. Elliott has found Mo Salah. Alexander-Arnold has made a run through the middle. It's Elliott!
Oh!
And it flashes wide. And that demonstrates the confidence of the young man.
Oh, what a start by Liverpool, and what a start that would have been for that young man. Firmino wins it back. Jurgen Klopp mentioned that in his pre-match interview. That's why he's in the team, because he wins the ball back high up the pitch.
Well, even coming into these big fixtures, there is a certain fearlessness about youth, and Elliott has just demonstrated.
Chelsea just have to weather the storm this first 10-15 minutes.
Something that he, I'm sure, would have expected in this clash of the Teutonic Titans. Thomas Tuchel having followed a path set by Jurgen Klopp in succeeding him at Mainz and at Dortmund, but they've met as rivals too. Back off Jorginho's head into the path of Sadio Mane. Here now is Andy Robertson. Henderson. Joel Matip. Looking for Mane, who may have been offside anyway. Azpilicueta made it academic, and Reece James has found Kai Havertz. Fabinho had stopped him in his tracks, and that free kick has been given by Anthony Taylor.
Azpilicueta and Jorginho are asking for the booking. They think it stopped a dangerous counter-attack. See that Lukaku's just pulling off onto Matip's shoulder. I don't think he'll get away with another.
Here's Azpilicueta, and has Lukaku broken too soon? Alisson had come to meet him anyway. Picking out a ball to Harvey Elliott. I'm not afraid to look to him as he looks for Mo Salah. Rudiger with a header clear. Mount. Well, Matip is furious. He felt he got the ball. He felt he timed that challenge to perfection.
Complaining against Chelsea. This is an incredible take by Mason Mount. What a turn. Absolutely brilliant. Matip's done. I think he is looking to get away without the yellow.
Skill from him. Jurgen Klopp was saying last week after the Burnley game that he wasn't happy with the new leniency from the officials. He said, if you want to watch that, try wrestling. Now the referee is blowing up for a couple of fouls, and Jurgen is down there talking to the fourth official. Really important Liverpool hold the line here. It's very close to the 18-yard line. Be brave, hold your line. Chances are a blue shirt will run offside. To Rudiger, and they got him away. Swans, corner kick. Rudiger looked offside though, obviously. Really tight. Oh, he dropped very deep, didn't he? The kick was taken. Burnley forwards dropping back there, last line of defence, get him up the pitch, away from the goal. No discipline, those forwards. Jorginho right in front of Alisson. Anthony Taylor has spotted something. Very grateful for that free kick to Liverpool. So both have been perfect through their first two games. Both teams have 6 points. Both have scored 5 and conceded none. Something we'll have to give today. Henderson down immediately by Conte. That was off the Liverpool captain last. It's good press from Chelsea. They don't press too early. It enables Liverpool to make a couple of passes and just get into the next phase of the pitch, and then they go. Looks very poised, Harvey Elliott. It's easily the biggest day of his career so far, and he's pointing to where he wants the ball from Alexander-Arnold. In the end, it's going to be Henderson. Henderson! If the ball had gone earlier, Harvey Elliott would have been through. It was delayed, and that provided the opportunity for Jordan Henderson.
That's brilliant play from Alexander-Arnold. He waits for the run to take the defender out of space. Azpilicueta gets dragged over with Elliott's run, and that frees up that space for the volley for Henderson. And he'll be disappointed with that. It's not an easy technique, that, on the run with his left foot, guiding it into that far corner, but what a ball from Alexander-Arnold.
Liverpool had a free kick, and I think the crowd are unhappy that they felt there was an advantage to be played. And Alexander-Arnold started the season full of intent. He's had the most possession in the Premier League so far this season. He made the most passes into the opposition penalty area, as he did then, and created the most chances.
He just racks up the numbers, doesn't he? Absolutely superb player on the ball. Every time the ball is put down for a free kick, you expect him to take it. His delivery is arguably the best, from the full-back point of view, probably one of the best in the world football.
High line from Chelsea, it's curled in. Van Dijk got his head to it, easy though for Mendy. Van Dijk goes down. Here's a crossing over to a bench. is going to be a concern after what happened last season. Applause from Jurgen Klopp. Van Dijk injured at Goodison Park early last season, returned at Carrow Road the first game of this season at Liverpool, and conceded a goal so far. Mason Mount, who scored a wonderful goal here to win the game last March. He's lost out though. Big mistake by Rudiger, but he gathered himself and found Conte. Here come Chelsea down the left-hand side. A measured ball down the line is a very good one from Alonso. Havertz has pulled Martip out of position. Reece James available on the far side. Here's Alonso again. Pokes the ball to Azpilicueta. Here is Reece James, a goal and an assist at Arsenal last weekend. Wonderful header. In an awkward position by Azpilicueta. Firmino comes in trying to win the ball back for Liverpool. Robertson does win the ball back. Henderson down the middle. Might have too much on it for Salah. Mendy's out of his area. That might turn into a very good ball. The flag is up anyway for offside. This is everything you want at the moment out of a Premier League game of football.
That's a game of football, it is. Because both teams are dropping off and playing out from the goalkeeper, both sets of players are pressing that drop off as well. You're getting the game played in virtually 100 yards of grass. Instead of teams squeezing up to the halfway line, you've got the whole pitch to play in. That just opens the space up.
The first time header by Mane. Got the ball back from Henderson. Tried to find Firmino. Both teams are furious in their pressing, aren't they? When they sense moments of weakness in the opposition building up from the back. As Tuchel has asked this weekly, if Jurgen Klopp's style is heavy metal football, what's your style? He said, imagine if we played like, how would we win any games? Here they go. Lukaku stabs it through. It was a decent enough idea.
Perhaps should have gone the other way. Havertz made a good run outside him on his right, but I think, to be fair to him, Van Dijk had made a really good position.
Watched there by Rudiger, the header fell to Mane. Good challenge by Jorginho. Con eased off the ball, unfairly by Fabinho, says Anthony Taylor. Put under pressure by Firmino. He's trying to find the feet of Sadio Mane. Robertson was sprinting up on the left-hand side.
He's been so positive. Elliot, every time it's the ball, he's made a good pass normally, but on that occasion, just delayed sideways, played a simple ball. He tried to play one into Mane. He's going to mix his game up. He's had such a good start in this game. He just thinks he's the king of Anfield at the moment. He started the game brilliantly well.
Only down with by Van Dijk. There's Martin. Fabinho. Ronald closed down immediately by Alonso. Position on that right touchline. Alonso attracted towards Alexander-Arnold. That means that Rudiger has to go a bit further across. Does he lead? Does that stretch that Chelsea defence a little bit? Is that the aim for Liverpool?
Yeah. Going on this left-hand side now.
Robertson. Salah coming in at the back post. Dealt with just about by Alonso. He kept that ball in play as well. Alexander-Arnold, quickest to the loose ball, gets it back from Firmino. Electrifying stuff here at Anfield. It's out to Harvey Elliott, difficult one to deal with, brings us to the corner.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
The fact that we're in this position, we sometimes moan about our commentary position at Liverpool. It's so high, so freezing cold in the winter. But what a view it gives you. We saw this cross from Robertson. Almost you're on top of the pitch here, looking down like almost like a video game. It's tactically, you can see absolutely everything. Both centre-backs at the edge of the penalty area. Got a couple of three Chelsea players in front of them to block their runs thereafter. That's like zonal marking on this corner. Seen by Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk is there. Promising for a split second. Sent me his programme notes, Jurgen Klopp, last week that we missed you like crazy, winning the fans. With the challenge on Reece James. It says we'll chase success together as a collective. And when Liverpool lost here in March by a 1-0 to Chelsea, it was their 5th consecutive home league defeat. They then lost to Fulham at home, 6 in a row. Lukaku pinches the ball off Van Dijk. What can he do with it? Cross towards Alonso on the back post, cleared by Alexander-Arnold. So further in the camp of Romelu Lukaku. Here's Mount. Alonso sprints to offer his services. Another cross in, it's chested clear. And marks it to his teammate Alexander-Arnold. What ball that is between the lines to Firmino. No foul by N'Golo Kante. Jorginho. Another good challenge by Harvey Elliott. Were you surprised to see Roberto Firmino preferred to Diogo Jota today, who scored in the opening 2 games?
Not really, no. I think Jurgen Klopp tends to go to Firmino when there's a big game. I think he's he's a brilliant player just because Jota's come into the squad and scored a few goals. Yes, he's an addition and he's a different type of player, a little bit more of a link-up player. Firmino, I think you need that against Chelsea. You need some control of the ball. So I wasn't surprised.
Elliott. Salah, formerly of Chelsea. Back heel straight into the path of Elliott. Working here against Alonso is Henderson. Giving it very quickly. Each time he gets possession, keeps Liverpool moving in attack. Is that handball? No, says Anthony Taylor. Well, he does eventually.
Alexander-Arnold's in trouble here, keeping the ball away, and probably said something to Anthony Taylor as he went past him. He was trying to play advantage. It was a handball, but he let play go on and then had to give it because Chelsea lost the ball. If you just look at last week, Arlo, Lukaku, I know Robbie Earl was talking about that space in front and playing a narrow back four against him. You look at the position of Akonga and Xhaka last week. There was a gap in between them and they just rolled the ball to Lukaku all day long. There isn't that gap today because Fabinho's sitting as a 1. Arsenal had a 2 and there was a space between them. And they didn't deal with that at all. Fabinho already has stopped a few balls, not necessarily cut them out, just stopped the pass in there because they can't find him.
That's making the run in behind. Alisson is alert to that. Regains his footing. Retains possession. Here's Jorginho. So again, has it taken a flick off a Liverpool defender? Well, the flag is up on the near side, and it's a corner. think Alisson had kept it in play. The fact that he was attempting to suggests it took a touch off a Liverpool defender. Wow, says Jurgen Klopp. It took a deflection off Alexander Arnold. Into the near post, Havertz with the header. It's a good one. It's a fabulous header by Kai Havertz in front of the cup. And the man who won the Champions League in May for Chelsea has given them the lead here at Anfield. 21 minutes on the clock. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1.
Well, it's that near post area. Just watch the gap. You can see the space there. Can I get into it? Havertz gets there first. He just wanders in. Robertson can't get to it. Got to attack the ball a little bit more, Robertson. He doesn't do that. Havertz just loops it over. As soon as he headed it, Alisson looked at it. He was in trouble. Dips his head down. Could go anywhere. Goes right in the bottom corner in the end. 1-0 Chelsea.
And you Robertson. You don't get clean sheet. That's okay.
For the big occasion, isn't he? Alisson beaten for the first time this season in the Premier League.
Well, sometimes when you vacate areas, Arlo, like he was, there was a big space. There was players there. There was 2 or 3 Liverpool players all looking at the corner taker. Havertz just like wandered in at first and then had a little sprint in there. Nobody went with him. I think it was Robertson who was looking at it. Got to attack the ball. Forget about the player, just attack the ball.
Liverpool a little rattled by that. Alexander Arnold gives the ball away. What can they do here through Mane? Gives it straight to Jorginho, who's trying to find Elliott. Havertz again in an intelligent position right on the halfway line. Mane closes down Conte. Here's Firmino. Elliott down the line for Salah. Christensen at his back. It's available again. Mo Salah. Flicked in. Well, it's flicked on by Jordan Henderson. It almost found Mane, and in the end it's behind for a corner.
What a ball that is. It's so difficult to defend the cross. It's got that angle on it, whipped into that far post. You don't want to drop too early. You know it's coming in. If you do drop this, what happens? They go into that space. Azpilicueta it is, who just gets a knee on it.
Yes, come on.
Robertson to take. Easily cleared. Henderson. Way to Azpilicueta. His 300th Premier League appearance for Chelsea. On his 32nd birthday. Play by Liverpool, here's Fabinho. Finds Firmino. All here is Alexander Arnold. Harvey Elliott making another sprinting run towards the edge of the penalty area. It, trying to feed it into Elliott. Unsuccessful. Lukaku away. And it took him 15 minutes to score his first Chelsea goal last weekend at Arsenal. The scoop passed towards him again. Wasn't far away.
Well, he's away here and he's trying to get it on his left foot. Artip just turns around and just lets him run with it. Just gets caught under his feet. By that time, Mount's caught him up. Wasn't far off. Just gets a little touch on it, Artip, doesn't he? It's a game of football. I'm really enjoying this. Been that many chances either, has it? You know, so it just shows you don't always have to have the ball flying into the 6-yard box on either end for it to be an entertaining game. There's certainly a lot of passion.
Mane Liverpool, Mendy, very good. Got a little lucky with the clearance. That wanted Martin to shoot, he didn't. And now Chelsea could be in. N'Golo Conte, can he slide it into Lukaku? He chooses Havertz instead. The step over, Havertz, and it's deflected. And it's out for a throw.
Oh, mistakes all over. Martip should go for goal there. He's miles out, Mendy. He can have a go. It's coming to him first time. And then the ball should have been... Havertz should have slipped Lukaku in. He was in. Alisson to beat.
Play by Chelsea, but Reece James has just strayed early to get the return ball from Havertz. Free kick to Liverpool.
This is the one. Just watch the position of Lukaku. I'm sure he can